Okay, so we are reviewing the reconciliation and bookkeeping of the Down Note team. Their client, Sam is on the call. Sam is the bookkeeping reviewer. So we are going to go ahead and share the screen, and I'll run through a lot of things all at once. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to QuickBooks. Now the reconciliation has been reviewed by Sam, and it is you can see, he has all the reconciliations reviewed, and we can see that it is reviewed through November because we don't have the December reconciled yet because it was done in December. So you see, it takes off everything, every transaction, and that looks good. So there were errors created after that. Moreover, the client's balance sheet had transfers were into uncategorized asset and into furniture. And as in our booking processes procedure, all additions to the QuickBooks should be categorized, not transfers. So it is a prudent step to go through all of the transactions that are going to be classified and added, and change everything to categorized. And if it's a credit card payment, fine, but there's no real point to doing a transfer. Um, and I'll go into that later. Just do everything as categorized, so you just have one rule for the whole bank ad. So if we go into the Duns and we look at their banking screen, so going into their bank accounts, if we look at the check account, there are 3 transactions. I mean, this should all be categorized, and then this one is categorized, and then this one is, oh, it's a transfer. We want to categorize, change everything to being categorized, and that's fine. And we can, if we want, we can name this, PC transfer in this case, which we know is a transfer to the client. But if there was a credit card payment, we can actually name the credit card payment that we add from the checking account to the credit card as CC payment BMO to checking this credit card. And that way, when we see it on the credit card, we know where it has been added from, and it's more transparency. And then you are not going to do things in the wrong order. Speaking of wrong order, we want to reconcile the credit cards before we reconcile the checking accounts, and I'm pretty sure that did not happen. I'm gonna go to the reason why I know the reconciliation was off is if we go to reports, we go to reconciliation reports. If we go to the credit card, everything is fine. Then, well, you can see changes 0. That's what I like to see. If we have a reviewed reconciliation with no changes, that's good. But the issue is when you delete things, it permanently makes a change to the checking account. You can see there are changes here. So if we look at this bigger report, we can see here are the changes. All these transactions were deleted. So the main point of this call is to go over how to make it so we don't have these, because these make for a unhappy me. I don't want to see any changes. So we'll go to the bank register. These were deleted and then they were added by the bookkeeper. They were not re-reconciled. If we look at all the dates, we are looking at April. So we're gonna filter it just so we can see it better. 04/01/2022 to 04/30/2022, and apply. Now you can see there are they were added back, and they were added back properly. However, I can also see this item, the $5,000 on the 15th. That was actually I mean, it was one of two items. We can see the $5,000 transaction here, and there should be two of them. Well, right here and here. So the one in the middle of the month, which was deleted, was likely this credit card payment. This credit card payment. So this tells me, if it's recorded as being deleted, that it was actually the banking account was reconciled before the checking account or the credit card, and that's where the issue came from, is because it was reconciled in this account, in the checking account, and then when we went to the credit card, there we'll change this as well. 0401 2022 04 30 2022. You can see that it was actually it was likely also in here twice. Nope, down here. It was probably in here twice, and even though this account was reconciled first, when this account was being reconciled later, they said, "Hey, wow, there are two payments from the bank account. Let's delete one," and they deleted the one that was reconciled, which was inappropriate because they did the bank reconciliation first. So these errors from being deleted, these are permanent. There's no way to fix this. If we look at this and we say, okay, and we say, I gotta figure out how to move this. If we say to reconcile this, it's gonna tell us, hey, this balance is off. So if we go back to the screen and we say, okay, I get it, it's off. If we manually reconcile things by clicking the little C and R box, we can then see that is going to impact this amount, but it is not going to impact the reconciliation report, both of which we want to be perfect. So we should not make mistakes. So the way to do this, the way to fix this is obviously just to make these things reconciled and to update the report. But there were several items that were deleted. So we're going to go to the reconciliation report, wherever it went. It's right here. And we are going to go to the one in December, or in November, I guess. All right. We're taking this number, 186.49. Boom. And we are going to either we can undo all the reconciliations back until February. Yeah, back to January. That's where the first change occurred. And we can see, if we look at this report, it was a deletion. So all these things should be in there. So the balance, this shows us everything that happened since we reconciled it. This is this balance here shows us the balance of all the transactions with the little r. So that's the sum of all the ones with the little r on there. So if we just go like this, we're gonna say reconcile, and we're gonna say, okay, the balance of all the little r's should equal this. That should be 11/30/2022. We're going to start reconciling that. Okay. It found all of these transactions that were deleted and re-added. We're going to go back to here. We're going to go to the reconciliation report. We're going to look at each one of these. We're going to say, okay, what was deleted here? And what was deleted there was 11022 transfer apparently. So you can see all these issues with transfers. I would be willing to bet that most of our issues are probably transfers. Let's see the next month. 48272. Hey, look, it was a transfer. Do you see why it's so vital to change all the transfers to categorize before you touch them? Just follow the process and steps that I made, and we're not gonna have these issues. And it's not gonna waste anyone's time. And that's gonna make me happier, that make you happier. Everyone wins. I guarantee the revenue bonus for this item is going to go down equal to my time fixing it and everything. So we can see here 2 items were deleted. I don't know if they were since corrected or not. Looks like they were. But that's how we have to do this. We're just go to each report and find transactions. And hopefully, when we finish all the transactions for this, we have everything except for the $5,000 item, which I then added later. So, we have 1,000, 1,000. We have 370, 360. All the transactions we need, 370, 360, all in April. That looks correct. And then we're going to go back to this. We're going to say, okay, how about for May? Isn't this fun? What are these? Oh, these are from, oh, these are those earlier items. So these are from March and February and January. So let's go to March, February, and January. January, $1,000. That, yep, that's right here. Let's do that again later. Let's look at February. February, 482.72, 482.72. That's a 9999 account, but that's unrelated. So the point of reconciliation is to ensure that every transaction in the books that happened in the checking account happened in the books. So, and it doesn't say guaranteed they're in the right account. You can always change the account later. We just want to make sure the transaction is in there. We can repoint it later, and that'll be way easier if it's not a transfer, because you can't change those to all the accounts. Sam, does that all make sense?
It does.
Sorry, I'm doing all the talking here. All right, 400 and 180. And oh my God, 400 and 180. And now we are good to go. We're going to finish now. And we are going to say, okay, done. Now we're going to history by account. Oh, that's this report. So we're going to print this. So we're going to go ahead and print this using Adobe. And we're going to do this. We're going to call it this space JS, and this should work a little better. And then we're going to go like this, and we're going to say, okay, cool. And we're waiting. There we go. We're opening this. I'm just going to note this, that cool, because we document things because we are a CPA firm. And